All right. It's Crypto Millionaire series. I'm your host tonight on the show. Favor Sunano is my name. I'm Africa's premier cryptocurrency consultant. And tonight, as always, Monday to Saturday, 9 p.m. is our nightly show where we talk about cryptocurrency, where we talk about blockchain, where we talk about network marketing, personal development, how you can change your financial status by relevant information regarding the ecosystem of cryptocurrency. All right, I want to welcome you to the show. Stella Barnabas, thanks for joining us on the show. Temi Taiwo, thanks for joining us on the show. I want to welcome every one of you to the show. I want to welcome you one day Afinawi to the show. I want to welcome Gino Johnson. Good to have you on the show. Casey Egan, thanks for joining us on the show. All right. It's Crypto Millionaire series. And I'm your host tonight, Africa's premier cryptocurrency consultant. Good to have you guys on the show, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Zoom. Thanks for joining us tonight. Awesome. All right. Once again, welcome to our show, a nightly show where we talk about cryptocurrency, blockchain, and network marketing, where we share tips on how you can move your business from one level to another. Okay. And tonight, as always, I would love to visit the fundamentals, the basics of the subject we'll be looking at, which is cryptocurrency. Now, cryptocurrency was first of all appeared 2009, 2008 actually, when Satoshi Nakamoto brought this white paper that clearly revealed this novel technology that will take the world by storm. The underlying technology behind this cryptocurrency is called blockchain. Okay? And the very first cryptocurrency that was created is called Bitcoin. Become the first digital asset that was built on a blockchain. Now, what is the blockchain? What is the blockchain? I have a very smart video. I think it will suffice me to share that video, if you don't mind. Just give me a minute and allow me to share that video. Okay. I will share the video, and this video, I'm trying to open it. And this video will help us to understand the concept of blockchain. Just give me a second while it's opening. All right, I got it. Okay, allow me now to share this unique video that explains the concept of blockchain very clearly in a very interesting way. Okay.
When you want to buy something normally using your normal bank card, this is what happens. I give my card details to the shop. The shop, when you want to buy something normally using your normal bank card, this is what happens. I give my card details to the shop. The shop asks the bank if I'm good for the money. The bank checks its records to see if I've got enough in my account. If I do, it lets the shop know. It updates its records. to show the movement of money from my account to the shops. Oh, and it takes a little time for its trouble. Now, if you wanted to remove the bank from that system, who else would you trust to keep those records and not alter them or cheat in any way? Well, I wouldn't trust you. I wouldn't trust you. In fact, I wouldn't trust any single person, but I might trust everyone. The idea is you don't have a central record of transactions. Instead, you distribute many, many copies of this ledger around the world. Each owner of each copy records every transaction. So, to buy something using cryptocurrency, I give the shop my details. The shop asks all the bookkeepers if I'm good for the money. The bookkeepers all check their records to see if I have enough. If I do, they tell the shop, and then all update their records to show the movement of money. So there's no way that a forged transaction can make it in. If I try to alter a ledger, it won't match all of the other copies. And it gets rejected. Oh, and one of them, at random, will be given a reward of some newly created cryptocurrency. This is how cryptocurrencies work. And remember, all of these bookkeepers, all of these ledgers, they're not actually people. They're computers. Lots of computers.
Do you want to learn to draw and create amazing artwork that will wow everyone around you?
Yeah, normally a round of applause will make some sense. You guys, yeah, that video was straightforward, right? Mr. Gino? Did you get any from anything?
Sorry, I'm not with my earpiece.
Oh, you're not even listening.
Oh, sorry. No, I'm hearing you, but I didn't. Yeah, I'm with you, sir.
No, I mean the video that you watched. Did you listen to it?
Very clear.
Oh, okay, good.
Very clear.
Okay. Do you understand it?
No, I can see it because of the confirmation. I can see the meaning, the difference between the banking system and the cryptocurrency. All
right, fantastic. Okay. Staye, what do you say about the video that we just watched?
Oh, well, it just further strengthens all that you had been saying about the core of the blockchain being trust.
Okay.
You know, and this further strengthens transparency.
All right.
Yeah.
So I needed to always remind us because we are still on a journey. Because sometimes you can assume that we understand it. Somebody asks you on the road, what is blockchain? And you be looking, you think you know it, but the more we try and listen to it, read about it, the more I can remember, even though I heard of blockchain in 2015, there's no way I don't even bother to want to know to define it because I've not put it in my head. It's not, the picture is not clear what this blockchain is all about. But I know I needed to be part of it. I understand the crypto, I understand the side, if the money goes up, that's the only, I mean, or learning on the way. But today, we are getting to understand it the more. The terminologies are no longer looking too strange for our ears. Our brain is able to interpret some of those terminologies now. Okay, and that's why I know it happened to me because I constantly face it. I constantly look at it. I'm always looking at it. I'm always talking about it. Now, somebody will look at this thing once in 6 months. See, if we don't make a conscious effort in trying to remind us, because you can know what is Platinum coin more than what is cryptocurrency. You say, what is Platinum? Platinum is a coin. You buy it, it means money, and you make money. Yes, and the money, yes, you can withdraw the money. Yes, and you can change it to naira. The money, yes. The money.
And so people.
So it's very easy to do that. But the more you grab the concept of what we are talking about, the more settled you are in terms of your investment in it. Your heart is not palpitating. You are getting a good grasp of what this is all about. Okay. And so I decided to root one of my archive from 2016 conference I attended in London to see one or two information that we can just glean out of this one. Okay. We'll talk about blockchain basics, how it works. Blockchain basics, how it works. Now, data is permanently recorded in the Bitcoin network through files called blocks. You may want to write. Blockchain basics, how it works. Blockchain basics, how it works. Okay? Data is permanently recorded in the Bitcoin network through files called blocks. Data is permanently recorded in the Bitcoin network through files called blocks. That's one bullet point. Another bullet point, a block is a record of some or all of the most recent Bitcoin transactions that have not yet been recorded in any prior blocks. A block is a record of some or all of the most recent Bitcoin transactions that have not yet been recorded in any prior blocks. A block is a record of some or all of the most recent Bitcoin transactions that have not been recorded in any prior blocks. That is number 2 bullet point. Number 3 bullet point, blocks are links. Blocks are links in a chain of transaction verifications. Full stop. Blocks are links in a chain of transaction verification. Blocks are links in a chain of transaction verifications. Full stop. Outstanding transactions get bundled into a block and are verified roughly every 10 minutes on average. I repeat, outstanding transactions get bundled into a block and are verified roughly every 10 minutes on the average. Outstanding transactions get bundled into a block and are verified roughly every 10 minutes on average. Full stop. Next bullet point. Each subsequent block strengthens the verification of previous blocks. Each subsequent blocks strengthens the verification of previous blocks. Full stop. I repeat that. Each subsequent block strengthens the verification of previous blocks. Full stop. The final bullet point on that. Each block is time-stamped. Each block is time-stamped. and distributed each block is time-stamped and distributed to all the members of the network. Each block is time-stamped and distributed to all the members of the network. Remember, the block is what carries the information. So it is distributed, it's time-stamped. That means you cannot edit the stamp. The time of that transaction, the date, the moment of that transaction, and information is distributed to all members of the network. It's a shared network. Okay, any question on that? All right, Bitcoin mining. There are so many things on this little pamphlet we have here. So many stuff. You can imagine. So many stuff. So many stuff. You have to fly several land and seas to get this pamphlet. It's not in any bookshop. Okay. Bitcoin mining, how it works. Bitcoin mining, how it works. We'll take this one, then we wrap up for tonight. Bitcoin mining is the process by which the transaction information distributed within the network is validated. Okay, let me slow down. Bitcoin mining. Oh, how many persons are taking notes? So I don't know if I'm wasting my time or I just make a photocopy and give the person that is in, so I don't waste my time. Guys, this is important so that you know when you are talking, don't be lazy. Let me ask before I will continue my work. What people in darkness? What are they doing? Is that brown? You need to get out of darkness. At least,
I'm jotting.
Oh, yeah, are you jotting in darkness?
No, I can see.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
I can't see your teeth.
Sir, it's so a pain. I'm a jotter.
My father.
Can you see?
I'm trying to see.
I'm jotting, sir.
Okay, hallelujah.
Thank you, sir.
I'm glad you are jotting. Mauli, are you writing or we should just go and sleep? You can see your face too. Mauli is lounging. Oh my God. These guys don't know what I'm doing here. Okay. Where is, Madam Mrs. Barnabas? Are you with us?
Yeah.
Because the room is dark.
I am, but the room is dark.
Why now? Is it Nepal?
Yes, sir.
Oh my God. There is your side.
But I'm listening.
Okay. All right. Where's Pastor John? He's just hiding up.
I'm here now. I'm writing. I came late.
Oh, praise God. I thought I'll be looking at you disappearing. You're disappearing. You're dodging me, so I will not see you. Okay.
No, I didn't dodge. Maybe this simply. I come and meet Bitcoin money. I think the other ones.
Okay, great. Olusegun, do you have a pen with you? Are you writing? Okay, guys. So I think we have some key persons who are writing there. So it's important we get these notes. If you miss your class, make sure you collect somebody's number. You collect the notes from the person hand. Is that okay? So Yewande and Pastor John, get ready for people, your classmates. They will call your own classmates will look for on a pen. They will look for a note.
I don't know them apart from Yewande.
Well, and it does not be as nice as you are.
Exactly.
They will pay to get my own notes.
Okay. All right, guys. So let's do it now. Bitcoin mining, how it works. Sorry, my okay. Bitcoin mining is the process by which the transaction information distributed within the network is validated and stored on the blockchain. Bitcoin mining is the process by which the transaction information distributed within the Bitcoin network is validated and stored on the blockchain. It is a term used to describe the processing and confirmation of payments on the Bitcoin network. It is a term used to describe the process and confirmation of payments on the Bitcoin network. The next paragraph. What makes the validation process for Bitcoin different from traditional electronic payment networks is that there is no need for an issuing bank, an acquiring bank, merchant accounts, or mandatory centralized clearing houses, such as Visa and MasterCard, holding onto funds until they process transactions at the end of each day. Don't get worried, I'll repeat. What makes the validation process for Bitcoin different? What makes the validation process for Bitcoin different from the traditional electronic payment networks is that there is no need for an issuing bank and an acquiring bank, merchant accounts, or mandatory centralized clearinghouses. What makes the validation process for Bitcoin different from traditional electronic payment networks is that there is no need for an issuing bank, an acquiring bank, merchant accounts, or mandatory centralized clearinghouses such as Visa and MasterCard, holding onto funds until they process transactions at the end of each day. Full stop. Pastor John, are you with me? If you are with me, wave your hand. If you got it to the point of that point, wave your hand. Did you get to that point?
What are you referring to?
Where I just finished reading now.
No, I didn't get it to the very end. Pastor John, are you sure you got it to the very end? Because before he even finished asking this question, your hand was up. I thought,
yes.
His hand came up before your question ended.
I only got a visa card, boss. I didn't get beyond that.
Pastor John, read out what you got.
Now, I'm going to start from. Okay, let me just start afresh from that place. What makes the validation process for Bitcoin different from traditional electronic payment networks is that there is no need for an issuing bank, an acquiring bank, merchant accounts, or mandatory centralized clearing houses, such as Visa and MasterCard, holding onto funds until they process transactions at the end of each day. Stop. Holding onto funds until they process transactions at the end of each day. Stop.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Next paragraph.
Yeah.
When I say class, I'll finish.
You mean we haven't closed?
Bitcoin mining is a process that anyone can participate in by running a computer program. Full stop. Bitcoin mining is a process that anyone can participate in by running a computer program. Full stop. Are you there?
Yeah.
Now, the process of validating transactions and committing them to the blockchain, the process of validating transactions and committing them to the blockchain involves solving a series of specialized math problems. The process of validating transactions and committing them to the blockchain involves solving a series of specialized math problems. Full stop. The process of validating transactions and committing them to the blockchain involves solving a series of specialized mathematical problems. Stop. Each Bitcoin miner is competing with all the other miners on the network. Each Bitcoin miner is competing with all the other networks on the net. Each Bitcoin miner is competing with all the other miners on the network to be the first one to correctly assemble, the outstanding transactions, into a block by solving those specialized math problems. I repeat that. Each Bitcoin miner is competing with all the other miners on the network to be the first one to correctly assemble the outstanding transactions into a block by solving those specialized math problems. Pastor John, did you get that?
Yes, I got it. I did.
You get that? I will check your notes later on Saturday. I will check all your notes.
I'll snap it and send it to you.
That's good. Okay. All right. So, in exchange for validating the transactions, continue. In exchange for validating the transactions and solving these problems, Bitcoin miners are rewarded for all of the transactions they process. In exchange for validating the transactions and solving these problems, Bitcoin miners are rewarded for all of the transactions they process. Full stop. Are we there?
Yeah.
Are you sure? In exchange, let me repeat. In exchange, this is your it's not clear. In exchange for validating the transactions and solving these problems, Bitcoin miners are rewarded for all the transactions they process. Full stop. Continue. They receive fees. Attached to all the transactions they successfully validate. They receive fees attached to all the transactions that they successfully validate and include in a block. Full stop. They receive fees attached to all the transactions that they successfully validate and include in a block. Full stop. In addition to transaction fees, miners also receive an additional award for each block they mine. In addition to transaction fees, miners also receive an additional award for each block they mine. Full stop. In addition to transaction fees, miners also receive an additional award for each block they mine. Full stop. If you are there, wave your hand. Are we there? Are you sure you're there? So you're not
Yeah,
there.
do you want me to read it to you?
No, don't read it. Just don't be sure that you're there.
If I'm not,
Okay.
I'll tell you.
Okay, now the final block, the final paragraph. This block reward is also the process by which new bitcoins are created, as specified by the Bitcoin protocol. Full stop. This block reward is also the process by which new bitcoins are created, as specified by the Bitcoin protocol. Full stop. This block reward is also the process by which new bitcoins are created as specified by the Bitcoin protocol. Full stop. Currently, that reward is 12.5 new bitcoins for each block mined. Currently, that reward is 12.5 new bitcoins for each block mined, which occurs roughly every 10 minutes. Full stop. So just one computer among the millions of computer mining Bitcoin is able to get that block of Bitcoin in every 10 minutes. That's why the smart way to mine Bitcoin is to mine Bitcoin in a pool, because sometimes you can set up your Bitcoin mining equipment and for 5 years you won't get a single block. You'll be binding all the witches and wizards in your village, whereas you are doing misinvestment. Okay, so currently that reward is 12.5 new bitcoins for each block mined, which occurs roughly every 10 minutes. Full stop. However, that reward will drop in half to 6.25 bitcoins sometime around May 2020.
To 6.25 Bitcoin.
Yes, 6.25 by 2020.
Sometime.
In an event called halving. To stop.
Halving.
Half, like Halving. Halving. Like halving. Like half. Halves. The plural of halves. Halves. I don't know how they pronounce it. Halves. Halves. Halving. You didn't get it? Okay, that's it for tonight in our training class. Congratulations. Okay, I hope those of us who are...
Pastor John, why are you pretending like you're not tired of writing?
I came late, so I made half of it.
Daniel, did you write it?
Yes, I wrote, sir.
You wrote everything, sir?
Check my notes. I wrote them. See.
Oh, okay. I'm not seeing, sir. I can't see anything.
I can see it.
Okay, I'm glad.
I wrote everything. I wrote all. Yes, sir.
All right. So, so that's it for tonight. Tomorrow, we are going to make sure you're online tomorrow. We are going to be talking about some more interesting topic on the blockchain space. There's so much to learn. There's so much to learn in this space. This thing has come to stay. The more you learn, the more you know that you don't know. The more I know, the more I know I don't know. The more I teach it, the more I understand it. And so go and teach somebody. Tomorrow, make it an assignment to say, I want to teach somebody what is Bitcoin. Talking about making money first. Just enlighten somebody. Pastor John, are you hearing?
I'm hearing.
You don't need to say, I want to make money first. Yeah, you need to mine. You need to mine. You need to mine. Coin. No.
Coin.
No. Just call someone, say, in the office during the break time. Do you know all this Bitcoin? Say no. Oh, sit down, let me educate you. Don't be ashamed to read your notes. There's not the ashame inside. It doesn't have a note. So what's the problem? If you have notes,
you're a step ahead.
So you're already ahead. So educate the person and say, Bitcoin is this, blockchain is this. Look at it. That's it. I will put that video link on the group so that you can. Yes, Solomon, thanks for joining us. Olainka, thanks for joining us. Naftali, thank you so much for being part of us. Now you can watch that video of what is blockchain. You can watch it. I'm going to post it now on the chat group. Yes, you can take that link and watch the video. It's very enlightening. Somebody's watching network news.
Who is that person?
I don't know. The person knows himself. Hallelujah. Okay, so I'll put the link there. Make sure you use the link.
One day.
Oh, you want to
No, the truth of the matter, I actually expected you to say that. I know you're always on my case. Don't worry. Tomorrow is another night. I'll be ready for you. And you know what? Let me warn you ahead. Pastor Favor, please excuse me. Pastor John, let me warn you ahead. Don't dare come late tomorrow. I think it's
I
will be on your master.
I've heard you. I've heard you.
Oh my God. Only one page claiming you came late. Tomorrow, you must better be online before Pastor Favor comes on.
I've heard you. Okay, I've heard you.
So guys, thank you so much for being part of the show tonight. I believe there's no question tonight. Tomorrow is another day. Let's make it happen.
I have a quick question, please, if you don't mind.
Okay, go ahead.
Right. And somebody asked me who wants to do the plus minter, but one is thinking of paying in pounds, so would like to know how much he would have to pay in pounds sterling.
Nice. What package?
The plus minter, the 1,070 euros.
Okay. Minter. The person wants to pay in pounds.
Yes.
Okay. I'll do the math. Okay. The person paying now.
Oh well, if it's time to consider, yeah.
It's paying now, so I can do the math now. If not, let me sleep and wake up, sleep and do it.
Okay, give me the now, and then maybe would I don't know. We'll add something to it so that if he's not paying now, it will be a little later. But he has sent me 2 messages really in the course of this message.
Okay.
So let me have a word from you.
Okay, 1 minute. About 989 pounds, 990 pounds.
990.
Thereabouts.
Thank you so much.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us tonight. Thank you. My name is Favors Nano, Africa.
I have a question.
You said what?
Somebody asked me a question. Yes.
Okay.
Somebody asked me a question today when I was prospecting. He said, since the Bitcoin we one day become a global currency, how can different countries control it? Because at the moment now, different countries have their own currency controlled by their respective central bank or like America, they have their own what they call it, reserve or so. If they now become a global currency, how can they control it? I put in another question.
Cryptocurrency is the disappearance of control. What they are controlling is no longer cryptocurrency. It's no longer blockchain. Once there's a control, it has lost the meaning of blockchain. So if it's still under control, it's not blockchain. It's not cryptocurrency. Do you understand?
Yes.
So, the truth is that in the long run, it will be end of modern day government. Oh yes, it will end modern day government. This we are talking about, like if I play now, it will change the way government will be. I'm told you gotta be digital government. Be warming up. Maybe you become president of Auckland.
That is wonderful.
So there's not like control when it comes to that. It's this. I just showed you now. It's distributed. It's shared. The technology allows you. The technology is a shared technology, so everybody have the information. You cannot control it. You can only be part of the network.
So like oil now. Oil become valueless. Like our country that is down oil to win foreign exchange. So what will be the value of oil?
In the first place, your question is whether in the next 20, 30 years, if this technology continue,
yes,
no country Nigeria cannot say, I'm the owner of that oil. They cannot try it. The one that have the plot of land will be the owner of the oil.
It's wonderful.
It's a serious matter. Even in America now, it's happening like that already. If you find oil in your backyard, you are the owner. You are the one that will sell it to the government or the company.
Yes, I know that one.
So Nigeria is not going to be different in the long run. All this system will change at the long run.
Okay.
So that's blockchain is the democratization of everything. It's democracy of everything. So that's why education. You just keep educating yourself and position yourself, at least for yourself and your children, so that your children will not live in a world that is very miserable. We want to live in a world that is well calculated. You understand what I'm saying? Most of us find ourselves in a miserable world because there was no plan on ground. So if you don't put plan on ground, now your children will just be gaping, gaping up and down like cow melu, you know. To put this on the ground now, this is the best time.
Okay.
All right, thank you so much, guys, for being part of the show tonight. I believe it's been an awesome time. Tomorrow, by God's grace, let's do it again. All right, signing off right now.
Good night.
My name is Suban Solano, Africa's premier cryptocurrency consultant. Do have a blessed night rest. Bye-bye for now.
Bye. Pastor John, see you tomorrow.
Don't let you run away.
He already did. He dashed off immediately.
Okay.
I will await him tomorrow by the special grace of God.
Hallelujah.
Good night, Pastor Favor.
All right, good night.
See you then.